Continuing with part 4. Cobra, you're a disease, and I'm the cure. Crime is a disease. Meet the cure. Which is definitely a fun, great 80s action film. I know this Blu-ray is cracked, broken, but the disc played fine. At least the disc was fine. Probably because they rushed it. It was supposed to be released on. I bought it on a Friday. And it was supposed to be released on later that Sunday, but apparently it came out on the next day, which you should never do. You should never go and just rush. Of course, this classic. You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro. Another classic Scorsese film. One of his best films, definitely. Oh, this is a DVD? I didn't know this DVD had DVD in it. And Jacob's Ladder, the original 1990 Jacob's Ladder, not the remake that they freaking did, because every film needs a freaking remake, which is great. Definitely one of the best, not only one of the best horror films of the 90s, but it's actually one of the more underrated horror films out there. It's actually become one of my favorite horror films, because I like how weird and just batshit insane it is. The True Man, which I know I need to watch True Man. I'll get into watching it soon. Leon the Professional, which is a great Luc Besson film. I need to watch more of his Luc Besson's films. I do like this. This one here. 7, Insomnia, and Devil's Advocate, which is the unrated director's cut. 3 Journeys to the Dark Side. Well, I know one. Both of these I've heard the first four are absolutely depressing. The Exorcist, which has the both director's cut and the original theatrical cut, which I saw the original direct. I haven't seen the extended director's cut, but I've seen clips of it, including that spider walk scene, which is very famous. I think this is really the only way I can actually get the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. So there you go. And it's actually region free. So there you go. Psycho. It's not my favorite Hitchcock film. My favorite Hitchcock film is actually Vertigo. I really like Vertigo. But it's just still a great film. Definitely a revolutionary classic. Duel, which I need to watch. This is, of course, Spielberg's first film. Which I do know that this was originally a TV film, but because of how high budget, high quality it was for a TV film, it turned into a feature film. So there you go. The 2 Raid movies, which are funny that these are probably one of the only Asian films out there I saw that actually has them in a major U.S. studio. Unlike some of the other freaking Asian films that don't even get any actual Blu-ray treatment by a major studio. They're all gonna laugh at you. Carrie. Also a classic horror film. By Brian De Palma, who also directed Scarface. Who doesn't love Scarface? The Apartment. Who doesn't like this film? Great film. One of the best romance films out there. One of my favorite films out there. Reanimator. Well, I don't. Okay, I'm not loving it, but it's a really solid film. I do like it. Some people are obviously probably gonna be too turned off from the gore, but I don't mind it, honestly. I don't mind it at all. The Blob, with Steve McQueen, which I believe is one of his earlier films. Very sad that he passed away at 8:50, that young. And the film was okay, honestly. It wasn't that great. I don't know. My mom and my cousin were really fans of this film. Grew up with this film. Thought we're creeped out by this film. But honestly, I didn't really find that creepy. I was a bit disappointed. Oh wow. I was okay. And Steve McQueen is a bit of a wimp. For a dude who later became a badass, he definitely was a bit of a sissy. I don't know. I guess this was his early film, but like, come on, bro. You're Steve McQueen. You're the king of cool. Don't be. I may be harsh, but yeah, you get it. Once Upon a Time, which is a solid Sergio Leone western, of course, starring the legendary Charles Bronson. Do you need to watch more Bronson film? Who doesn't love Charles Bronson? Where is it when we need him now? I know, right? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Great film. Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Also, Kristen Dunst. MJ. Mary J! Okay. My voice is, I don't know, because of how much I'm talking. Scream, which I will see this Halloween. I know I know I am living under a rock. I know. You never got me down, right? You never got me down. Raging Bull. Great film. And I do know that Siskel even called it the best film of the 80s, which I don't think is the best film of the 80s. I really don't think there is a thing as the best film of the decade, because there is a very subjective list. So I don't think there is a thing as the objectively the greatest film ever made, because there's lots of great films out there to make such a bold statement like that. The Wild Bunch. Yeah. The Wild Bunch was directed by Sam Peckinpah, which I've actually never seen any Peckinpah film, but I will. I also heard that this film was actually was rated NC-17 or rated X in the 90s. Just for that film that old, it probably still was too violent that it had to be. I think it probably had to be had some some stuff altered to make it have an R-rated. A Better Tomorrow, directed by John Woo. So I like this film. Obviously I prefer Hard Boiled and The Killer and Face Off, but that's just my opinion. Black Christmas. Yeah, for a movie that's Black Christmas, there's no black people in it. Like, come on, bro. I'm dreaming of black. Come on, we need some Black Christmas, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. At any rate, great film. There's some slasher films I like more, like Halloween, which is a great film, which I also need to buy, but still a great film. Scrooged, I really like Scrooge. And of course, the classic film, Brazil. Definitely a great film. Definitely one of the best science fiction films ever made. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Which I do want to get the original film, but I want to get a copy that has the original mono soundtrack. Not the crappy new soundtrack that they added for some of the sound effects, which I think ruins the tone of the picture. The original Metropolis, the complete Metropolis. Great movie. Sanjuro, classic samurai movie. Hirakira, another great film. Oh man, I wish I could have got the Yojimbo and the Sanjuro Blu-ray. Which I probably will replace that Blu-ray. Sanjuro solely because Yojimbo is one of my favorite films of all time. But I mean, it's on HBO Max, so I can watch it any time, any place. Yeah, Hirakira definitely, but yeah, Hirakira definitely one of the best samurai films out there. The Bourne Ultimate Collection, which I think the only problem I have is how you can't even, it's kind of hard to get the disc out without, touching it deep. I will like it more if, it was actually an actual way that I can actually get the disc out without scratching or giving it any, stains. The Spider-Man trilogy. And for some reason, yeah, Spider-Man, great film. Spider-Man, one of the best, definitely one of my favorite superhero films of all time. And apparently when I tried my Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man disc, the second time after trying it the first time, apparently because I probably left it off as it was starting the film, I couldn't play it. I couldn't even freaking play it. You know what I mean? I couldn't play it. So that's why I ended up finding it on free on Stars. I really enjoyed it. Silence of the Lambs. Everybody knows Silence of the Lambs. I don't need any instructions. The Criterion. And I know I want to watch this film uncensored because when I first saw this, it was the TV cut. I watched it on TV, but I do want to watch it in uncut because even the TV version was a bit disturbing at times. Schindler's List. Yeah, definitely not an easy watch for some people, but it's still a good film. Definitely one of Spielberg's best. It shows how versatile he can be as a filmmaker. But anyway, that was my part 1. Oh, but no, my part 4 of this DVD and Blu-ray collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stick around for part 5. See ya.